Hello, Marianne from Coastal Love and Decor. We're gonna do some tea light candle holders today. This will take 3 layers. I'm gonna make them coastal beachy. Your tea light will sit up in here. So let's get this started. This is a set of 3 I got on Amazon. Now I'm going to be using the turquoise gel tint from Color Passion today. I have my resin already mixed up. Okay. And now we're going to add the gel tint. And I'm going to be using the same gel tint for 2 of the layers. But I'm going to want to make sure one is a little bit darker, which would be this top layer. So I'm going to stir that in. You want to get it stirred in really well. And then we're going to add some more because I want it a little bit darker. Stir that up. And that looks like that's going to be really good. And I'm thinking about adding some diamond stardust in here. You know what? I'm going to give it one more. I'm going to give it one more. And that should be good. Because I definitely want the first layer dark. The second layer will be adding some shells. And the third layer will be adding some sand. So I'm going to use a little bit of this diamond stardust. I do like a little glitz in this, and I'm just going to put just a little in here. I don't want a lot. Just a little. Just to give it, the ocean, a little sparkle. Let's see here. I do tend to overdo my diamond dust, or there we go. That should do it. Okay. Let's get that stirred in pretty good. Like I said, I just wanted a little bit in there so that when you look at it, you know, sometimes the ocean sparkles. So, okay. Now we're just going to pour to above the, where the bottom of the candle holder will sit. Yes, this is going to be very pretty. And let's do the next one. Just bringing it up to cover the bottom of that. Tapping it out to get the bubbles up. Okay. And this looks pretty good. And this one looks pretty good. And I'm just going to give this one just a smidgen more. That's enough. Okay, so what we're going to do, obviously I have extra. I'll use in some of the mini molds. What I'm going to do is I'd let this sit and I'll cover it, and it will be probably between 4 to 6 hours, and I can come back and do the second layer. So we'll see you then. Okay, we're back. It's been between 4 and 6 hours. It's hard, and I went ahead and placed my shells in each cup, like so. So now, and before I go the next step, make sure your shells are below the area, especially like on this one, because there's going to be another layer. So make sure you leave yourself some room. All right, so I poured my resin. It's ready to go. And again, I'm going to use, like I said, the turquoise. But we want this layer really light because you want to see the shells. So I'm just going to give that one squirt, and that was probably a little too much, but it's not as much as my first layer. So we're going to stir this up because we want this lighter than the one above. So I'm going to stir that up real good, make sure got that gel tint. This is a pretty color. I love this color, very pretty. I gotta order the aqua. I wanna try their aqua gel tint next, but gotta get it ordered. And if you guys wanna know where I order my Color Passion from, please let me know, I'll let you know. I get it off of Etsy, and you might know her, Debbie McNeil. That's where I get my Color Passion paste and gels and whatnot. Alrighty, so let's start with the small one first. So I'm going to kind of pour on this stick. So try not to get no bubbles. And remember, I got to leave a little room for my sand. So I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. And then I'm going to come to this one. I'm going to do the same thing. Get those shells covered. Let those bubbles rise. And the last one. Just going to get these all covered. And if a little bit just sticks out, that's okay. It'll just look like it's sitting in the sand. Okay. So I'm going to, let's see, get a little bit more on here. Get that in there. Get that nice and covered. And again, I just want, like this one here, they'll have just a little bit of the shell that'll be going in the sand, and that is fine. I'm going to take a toothpick. Actually, let me take my heat gun and just hit it with some heat a little bit. The next one. And the last one. Okay, but I will take my toothpick. I am going to bounce this up a little bit. So we got a bubble there, so I want to pop that bubble. Get that bubble popped. Because the shells can cause bubbles, and they will usually. So let me just turn this so I can see the other side. But I'll come back and check this in 5 minutes. I'm going to cover it up, come back and check it in 5 minutes to see if I see any more bubbles. And I can hit it with my heat gun. Do not use a torch on these molds. You will ruin them. And I've done that already. Okay. And then if you want to rearrange them, whatever you want to do, this is time to do it as well. This one doesn't look. Let me run a toothpick along the edge in case there's any bubbles hiding in there. Just like so. There's one right there. Being a bugger. Okay, and I'm going to put that one down. And let me see this one. There's some in here. Just running it, my toothpick along the edge. Because a lot of times that's where they hide. And you don't see them until you demold. I got another bugger right in there. Actually, I think I want a couple more in there. Let me grab my shells. I thought I had them right here in front of me. And if you could see my room right now, I've done 2 projects and it's a total wreck. I start with a clean room, and all it takes is one project, and it's like a, you know, tornado came through. I'm just gonna add another one in there. I should have put some bigger ones in there. That in there. Where's my toothpick? And I got a bubble there. So I'm going to sink that in there. And then I want to get one more bigger one, I think. Let's see, what do we got in here? Let me drop that one in there. There we go. This is the bigger mold. I should put extra in there. The other ones, I understand they're small. I got another bubble there. And like I said, your seashells will cause bubbles. So there's one there. So there's that one. I'm going to check this one again. That one looks good. And this last one, right here's a little bubble. Okay, so This looks like a bubble here, but that's the color of the shell on the tip, and it makes it look like a bubble. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to, I got another one that's fighting me. I'm going to let this sit. Yeah, see, I'm not liking that. There we go. Do not want no bubbles in my candle holders. Go around this side. And I'm going to check every 5 minutes for the next half hour at least. And let's get the rest of this resin out. Resin's too expensive to be wasting. I should be putting it in this one, because I could have gone a little bit more. But this is the first time I've ever used these molds, so I don't have the exact amount. I try to write down how much I use, so when I make it the next time, I don't have to guess. But see, I could have gone just a little bit more in this one, but that's okay. Like I said, it'll just look like it's sitting in the sand, because the last layer is going to be resin and sand. So there you go, guys. I'm going to let this sit for, like I said, 3 to 6 hours. I'm going to let this sit. Then I'll put my last layer on, and we'll be able to demold it. So I guess I'll see you in a few hours. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, I'm back to do the final layer. Now I'm going to try this white sand in this. I haven't tried this yet in resin, so I'm going to give this a shot from my final layer. Also, here is the second layer poured, and I did get a little bubble there, but it'll be okay. It's going to be at the bottom, and the sand will be there too, so it should work out pretty good. All right, I'm going to grab a spoon, and let me get another cup. Okay, and I'm going to put the sand in here. Now this is a little chunkier, so let's start with 4 spoonfuls, and then we're going to start adding our resin. So I'm going to put that much in. I'm going to get this stirred up pretty good. And let's put in, it always seems when you mix sand with resin, you end up with a lot more. But we'll see. I'm going to go 3 on this one, and then add my resin. And I want to get it stirred up pretty good. I'm seeing a little piece of black in there, which I'm going to get it out of there once I start. But let me add the rest of this resin. probably going to have too much here. But like I said, this is the first time using these molds. So I don't have the exact measurements. It's all guess for me right now. And there's that little piece. Let me get some paper towel here. I want to get it. Right there it is. I'm going to get that. Nope. I think I'm going to put some more sand in here. Make it just a, see, there it is. See if I can get that out of there. I don't want that in my sand. Even though that comes in the sand, I don't want it in this. You find those little black specks in the sand along the beach. Yeah, this is way too much. I could have cut back on my resin, but I'm going to put a couple more. This is overkill right now, and I don't even know what I could do with this. Maybe I could pour it on a piece of parchment or something. I don't know. Yeah, this is a little better. I think that's going to be better. Now, the only thing I'm debating is, do I want to add a little bit more white? But I better not. I think I'm just going to leave it alone. All right. So we're going to just start pouring that in there. I am going to get that little piece of black out of there, I think. And we're just going to fill it almost to the top. I'm going to let that sit a minute. Let's go to the next one. Get that in there. Let that one sit for a minute. And then let's do this one down in there. Get this last one in. Yeah, maybe it was an overkill. Maybe this, I thought there'd be a lot left over. Okay, let's go and get some more in here. Pack that in there. This one here. A little thicker on the bottom. Yep. That was a perfect, almost a perfect amount to add to this. It worked out good. Okay. I'm going to give one more little scoop in there. And let me get, that looks good. That looks pretty level. I don't know. I think I kind of put too much in there. Let me get, oh, I need something to scoop it out a little bit. I wish I had a smaller. But I'm just going to take a little bit out because it's just too much. I don't I don't have my gloves on. No, that was stupid. Well, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. And I'm normally in bed watching TV by now. So I'm not thinking too good. But I just don't. I'm going to take a little bit more out. Just not thinking too good now. But I just don't want this with a bump on the bottom, if you get what I'm saying. I'm wondering if stick. Yeah, this would probably be easier if I did it this way. Yep. Okay. Now let's cover that up. I just don't want it having this bump because you want it flat. And I knew there was just a little bit too much in there. Just a little bit. But that looks good. That looks nice and level. I'm just going to bounce it a little bit. That one is good to go. Now let's check this one. I'm just cleaning up the stuff I dropped on it. And let me get eye level with this. That looks really good. This one looks really good. Perfect. Now let's go to this one. I mean, you don't have to clean the sides off. I just am. Well, that one is perfect too. I'm going to take another look at this little short one. And that looks wonderbar. That worked out really well. So there's hardly anything left in this. So I don't think I want to put that in a mold. All right, so I will take my heat gun to it just to release any bubbles. And that should be good to go till tomorrow. So I'll be able to demold these tomorrow. So I'm just going to cover this up, and I just use a box, a pan. I have a pan here. And let me look at this again now that I'm just triple checking here. Okay. That's just a piece from earlier. Okay. That looks awesome. So we'll demold these tomorrow. And I'm just going to cover them up so we don't get the dirt and the dust in them like that. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow. I'm hoping my battery lights come early enough. I'm going to be putting in those battery operated tea lights that stay on for whatever, 6 hours, and you shut off in 8 so that you don't have to keep turning them on. And these will probably go in my Etsy shop, and they'll be sold as a set of 3, but I can't wait to see it tomorrow. So good night, everybody, and we'll see you in the morning. Bye. Good morning. Let's demold these candles that we made yesterday. So let's see how it goes here. If I can figure out how to demold them. These are a little tight. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause a moment because I think it might take me a little time to get these apart. So you don't need to watch me do that. So just give me a few minutes to get it undone. Okay, I got them demolded. I mean, those are really tight. I even kind of cut myself a little bit doing these, but I squirted some water in them and I got them out. But here you go. There's the bottom. This is the small one. Oh, these turned out really pretty. There's the small one. I'm just wiping off any water. Or no, that's the medium one. That's the medium one. This is the small one. And then we have, let me clean that off a little. And you can see the shells laying down in there. And then here's the large one. So there you go. I think this turned out really pretty. I think the next time I just don't think I'm light enough, but next time I'm gonna go even a little lighter. I think I might try to do some light green ones. So here they are. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I think they turned out beautiful. Waiting for my tea lights to come in. And once they come in, I'll do a picture of them lit up. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope I inspired you to create some resin pieces for yourself. And if you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. It helps my page. Have a wonderful day. Hey, I thought I'd show how these tea light candle holders came out. I'm still waiting for Amazon to bring my battery operated lights for the top of these, but I thought I'd give you a show here. If I can get my fingers out of it. That's the small. This is the medium. And this is the large. I'm sure the camera isn't picking up the sparkle, but it is very, very pretty. But once I get those candles, I'll do it both non-lit and lit up. Okay, thought I'd share this with you. Have a great start to your weekend. Bye.